From a lightning strike in Saudi Arabia that came a bit too close to frying this dad, and an overloaded truck in Pakistan that lost its brakes and went careening down a hill, to a rescue helicopter in the West Indies that accidentally flew right into a power line, and a fearless Russian woman who moved her car moments before this massive retaining wall collapsed. Here are some of the most incredible moments ever caught on camera. As the saying goes, if it seems too good to be true, it probably is. John Lindholm learned that lesson the hard way when he stole a Domino's delivery car in Corpus Christi, Texas. It was April 24th of 2019. Local Domino's driver Fausto Lopez was out on a routine delivery when he made a crucial mistake. He wasn't speeding and he didn't drop the pizza. Instead, Mr. Lopez did something we've all probably done. He left the car running. John Lindholm, who was high on meth at the time, saw his opportunity and took it. What happened next might be the most candid dashcam footage we have ever seen.
Get yourself. There's that car jacked, oh. Woo! Oh, gee. Oh, it's a cop. Holy sh! Oh, da da da.
Unfortunately for John, his joyride was short-lived. A Texas Highway Patrol officer pulled behind him, and our car-stealing meth head began to panic.
I'm so screwed! I'm so screwed up. Yes, sir.
How you doing? Texas Highway Patrol. Reason for you to stop you. You changed lanes over there, kind of went unsafe. You got your license for insurance on you?
No, sir. I have it available right now, sir. I apologize.
Say again?
I don't have it.
You fine keep your hands up?
Yeah, I just do my feet on the sock. I apologize, sir. Yeah, no, I don't have my license. Sir,
you got your ID on you?
I don't have anything on me right now. I just going to the store, brother.
Okay.
Okay, I was been turning that regular lane. How did I switch lanes fast, brother? I don't
You got warrant anything out for your arrest like that?
No, sir. I just got in the law enforcement. Just yesterday, they run my name on fine.
Say again?
They ran my name on fine. It's Jonathan Lindholm.
Okay, what I'm gonna have you do is put your name, date of birth,
yes,
social
sir.
security number down.
My name is. Okay, I know.
You on any type of drugs, any influence?
No, sir. I'm completely on sober, 100%.
Okay.
That's it. Busted. End of the line. There's no way this officer lets John go, right?
Tripping, homie. What the? That's crazy, bro. I'm gonna go up that ramp thing. That's where I'm gonna go. Where am I at again? Oh no, I don't wanna go. I'm going home.
He may have escaped for now, but John wouldn't avoid the police forever. Little did he know that those Domino's car toppers you see have high-tech GPS trackers. They monitor everything about the driver for safety and performance reasons. When Mr. Lopez reported his car as stolen, the topper led police right to it. John was arrested and charged with unauthorized use of a motor vehicle. As for the car, Mr. Lopez got it back in one piece. Unfortunately, John stole his phone and he never saw it again. Zhengzhou, China is a prefecture-level city and the capital of Hunan province. It's home to about 12.6 million people, most of whom live in the built-up metro area. That includes 2 older friends who enjoy their ritual late-night snack. It was May 15th of 2024. After a long day on the job, our 2 friends set up a small table on large strips of tarpaulin. They thought they'd get to enjoy their midnight meal in peace. Unfortunately, the wind had other ideas. Before you ask, we have no idea what's going on with the pink guitar trampoline. Maybe this happened outside a playground or a small amusement park. Wherever it was, the wind was strong enough to pick that thing up and slide it across the parking lot. As for our friends, it doesn't look like either was hurt when the wind ruined their meal. If anything, the man in white was frozen in anger, upset that Mother Nature stole his noodles. Vladivostok, Russia is the second largest city in the Far Eastern Federal District. In case you're unfamiliar, it's the peninsula in eastern Russia that dips down near China and into the Sea of Japan. It's home to about 600,000 people, including 7 drivers who'll never park near a retaining wall again. On August 24th of 2024, residents in a local apartment building reported cracks in the retaining wall behind their parking lot. They kept hearing loud popping noises echoing through the area. It was only a matter of time before the wall failed and totaled their cars. While most were afraid of being crushed, one woman risked it all to save her SUV.
Ё-моё. Ё-моё.
А эти не знаете чьи?
Это не с нашего дома.
Она все сейчас упадет.
Ё-моё. Ой, как страшно. Сейчас на машину все. Ёпарасоте. Ё-моё, страшно. Все, она, блядь. Ёпарасоте.
Everybody could have moved their car before the wall collapsed if they wanted to. But as they say, hindsight is 20/20. Nobody wanted to risk getting stuck inside when the wall finally fell. Authorities said they were investigating what caused the failure. While nobody was hurt, 7 cars were totaled. As for compensation, the owners would have to wait until Russian authorities could blame somebody for the collapse. The Bunner district is a massive marble mining region in Pakistan. It's home to about 316 mines and over 400 factories, making it responsible for 68% of Pakistan's total marble reserves. Unfortunately, some of these mines don't have the best safety standards and processes, especially when transporting multi-ton rocks from the quarry to the factory. On August 3rd of 2017, these workers learned the value of making 2 trips when an overloaded truck suddenly lost its brakes. It's funny how our cameraman's first instinct was to film the wreckage before checking on his friend. Thankfully, the young driver was okay and could climb out the passenger side window. We can't help but wonder why this worker was filming in the first place. Does he record every shipment, or was this one so overloaded that he knew it was bound to fail? Whatever the case, we hope these men learned a valuable lesson. Sometimes it's better to make two trips. There are two classes of people in the boating world: those who own the boats and those who work on them. On October 18th of 2020, a class war ensued at the Bayfront Park Marina in Sarasota, Florida. The battle had this family laughing and then crying. It began when Brendan Sheridan, a deckhand for one of the marina boat owners, decided to take the boss's yacht out for a spin. Naturally, the 32-year-old got good and drunk first, leading to this altercation between him and another boat owner. The kids might think it's funny now, but they won't be laughing for long. Brendan doesn't heed the other boaters' warning. Instead, he backs the yacht out and sets his sights on a smaller boat docked by the wall. We don't know if Brendan had a bone to pick with this guy, or if he just wanted to destroy the first thing he saw. Police arrived later on and arrested Brendan for BUI, or boating under the influence. According to them, he caused over $50,000 worth of damage between the two boats and the dock. Brendan's boss, Phil Costello, said Brendan spent the night on the yacht and took it out without permission. For Phil, the boat was a crucial revenue source, as people would pay him for tours or to take it out for the day. In one fell swoop, he lost his boat and his primary income, all because some deckhand wanted to play captain for a day. Never underestimate the power of music. This Nepali guitar player proved that point while sitting beneath a mountain near the Kapuchi Glacier Lake. Funny enough, he didn't have to strum a single note. It was January 11th of 2021. Shambhu Adhikari and several other hikers had trekked to this scenic spot in Nepal to play guitar under the snow-capped mountain. But as soon as Shambhu sat down to play, Mother Nature sent them a sign. She didn't feel like listening that day.
ठ्याक्कै हिउँ पहिरो आयो माथि इपिक हिउँ पहिरो आइपुग्यो ठ्याक्क
गाई तान्दा हुन्न
यता आउने त यता आउने त किन उता गएको त अनि घुमाऊ 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 ढुकाऊ ढुकाऊ
हरि दाइ भयो है
यता यता आउने यता इपिकै आयो त है
किरण त ध्या हुने भयो के हुन्थ्यो
सात त फुत्लो जान्थ्यो किरणमा वाउ
लाइभ हरि भयो
हिउँ पहिरो आएर माथि आऊ माथि प्यानिक हुने होइन Remember experience. Oh shit.
As a Nepali native, Shambhu knew how dangerous avalanches could be. It may have looked slow and unassuming at first, but thousands of pounds of snow were still racing down the mountain. He knew to seek higher ground and take cover as frozen mist blanketed the area. Thankfully, nobody was hurt during the avalanche. When describing the experience, Shambhu called it the most thrilling and awesome moment of my life. He knew he wasn't in any significant danger, but he didn't want the conditions to harm his precious guitar. The island of Martinique is one of several land masses within the Lesser Antilles of the West Indies. Technically, Martinique is an overseas department of France. That means it's part of the European Union and protected by French authorities. On April 3rd of 2019, a helicopter with the Civil Protection Branch of the French government was dispatched to rescue a man who'd fallen off his boat about 650 feet from shore. The pilot's first job was to keep her steady while the rescue winch lowered to secure the stranded boater. The first stage went smoothly. Now came the all-important task of getting the man back to shore. Unfortunately, a set of power lines had something to say about that. While it was scary for a moment, the two men landed safely in deep water. Thankfully, they still had their flotation device and could paddle to the shallow beach. It's unclear what caused this pilot to hit the power lines. We think he was so focused on saving this man that he failed to notice the wires. He's lucky they didn't cause his bird to spin out and crash. They're also lucky the winchman and boater missed all the rocks on their way down. Ultimately, everyone walked away unharmed, other than a few years shaved off their lives. The Bukovel ski resort in Ukraine is the largest of its kind in Eastern Europe. It features 17 chairlifts, 37 miles of trails, and can host about 12,000 people at once. April 13th of 2015 was a rough day on the slopes. Falling snow made it hard to see, and strong winds made the chairlift ride scarier than it needed to be. This skier had his helmet cam rolling when those winds knocked over a tree. Unfortunately, it landed in the worst place possible.
Ого, падает, ого! Ничего себе! Вот это да! Вот это я заснял! Охренеть! Обалдеть! Ого! Охренеть! Воу!
Thankfully, the impact wasn't enough to bring down the chairlift. The cable kept moving, and we think the force ripped the tree apart in the end. That one chair did come pretty close to hitting our cameraman, though. He probably couldn't wait to get back to the lodge. Bluffdale, Utah is a small city in Salt Lake County. It's home to about 17,000 people, including a father-daughter duo who witnessed something rare on June 1st of 2023. Our cameraman said his wife had just returned home after picking their daughter up from school. That's when the garage door began rattling, and he noticed a thunderstorm looming in the distance. He peered through the cracks and saw what he thought was a small tornado spinning up across the street. Instead of running for cover, he did what any good father would do. He opened the door and enjoyed the moment with his little girl.
Hold on, tree!
Oh
This is what makes you strong. Okay.
Oh my god!
I told you there was a... Oh!
Oh my!
Oh!
Oh! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
Babe, you missed the duck. Close the...
Oh my gosh!
Babe, you're missing the tornado.
Look at the little dust tornado right now. Wow. Look at the box.
This is dust tornado happening right here.
According to reports, this was a rare landspout tornado, the term for weak twisters that develop from the ground up instead of from the clouds down. Landspout tornadoes are typically smaller and significantly weaker than traditional tornadoes, but can still pack a punch. According to Dad, his daughter has always loved weather events. He knew she'd get a kick out of it instead of running and screaming like a scared little kid. Lightning is among Mother Nature's most awe-inspiring phenomena. A single bolt travels upwards of 270,000 miles per hour, meaning it could reach the moon in about 55 minutes. Lightning will also superheat the air around it to 50,000 degrees. That's 5 times hotter than the surface of the sun. On June 14th of 2012, a family on a beach in Saudi Arabia felt that heat firsthand when a massive bolt of lightning struck only a few feet away. Watch how close this guy came to becoming falafel.
أنا أسوار ما شاء الله. أنا أسوار ما شاء الله.
Catching lightning on camera is already rare enough. Recording as it almost zaps your dad takes things to a whole new level. Thankfully, he was okay and walked away with a wild story to tell. A similar scene occurred in Maharashtra, India, where a woman was recording during a storm. Watch how this one hits a power line and sends a wave of sparks flying over the trees. Thankfully, our camera woman was safe in her high-rise building when the lightning struck. It's unclear if it caused significant damage, though we can assume several people were without power for the next few hours. 'Twas the night before Halloween, and some construction workers in Livonia, Michigan were busy installing new roofing insulation. When they returned to get more sheets, they realized that some were missing. At first, they thought it might have been some kind of Halloween prank. Then they looked up and noticed their ISO sheets flying around like witches. This was no prank. It was a small dust tornado.
Look at those pieces of ISO way up in the air. That piece of ISO is at least 100 feet in the air. Wow. I've never seen anything like that. If Will Billy wasn't such a piece of right now.
Our cameraman said the dust storm carried the sheets about 100 feet into the air. A few landed back in place, while others landed far from the construction site. Thankfully, they didn't land on anybody or anything. While these storms are generally harmless, you can see how they cause trouble. While the wind isn't strong enough to knock you over, it can still pick things up and throw them at high speeds. An ISO sheet to the head will ruin anybody's day. Thankfully, these guys were wearing their hard hats. The Changbai Mountains are a prominent range in East Asia. They extend from northeastern China to the North Korean border. Most of the peaks exceed 6,000 feet in height, with the tallest reaching 9,000 feet. On their way to North Korea, the Changbai Mountains pass through Antu County in China's Jilin province. On August 21st of 2024, Antu was the site of a massive landslide as boulders the size of your car came loose and began rolling toward the town below.
快让开！
三里滑坡，好棒的人。哎呦，快给这电视看，你赶紧跑呗！在录像。你赶紧走了。放大一点，放大一点。录像。啊？爸爸录像，妈妈把这个录像，把这个录像。
行吧，这不知道啊，快躲，快躲！
Think about how much damage those rocks could do if they hit your car or your house. We're talking about multi-thousand-pound boulders rolling down the mountain at untold speeds. Thankfully, they landed safely in the dirt and surrounding forest. At one point, one of the boulders looked more like a monster lurking in the trees. The scary thing about landslides is that you can never predict when the next one will come. For safety's sake, authorities closed the hiking trails near the mountain until they could determine the risk of further rock slides. December 3rd of 2022, Franklin, Tennessee. Police received a call from a frightened employee at a Jared jewelry store inside the local shopping mall. According to the caller, they saw someone with a surgical mask walking around the store with their hood up. They were also wearing sunglasses, which was odd since it was nighttime. Our officers arrived in time to stop a smash and grab in progress. Watch how these hammer-wielding thieves start running and fighting as police chase them down. As the story goes, undercover officers were stationed nearby when they spotted the masked man the caller had described. They watched him get in a van, which then parked in the fire lane outside the JCPenney. That's when our 4 masked men jumped out and ran into the store. Police quickly arrested the driver while other officers chased the robbers. Unfortunately, they weren't quick enough to stop one of the men from pepper spraying an employee. In the end, police arrested 4 of the 5 suspects. One managed to escape, and it's unclear if they ever caught him. They believe the gang could be responsible for a series of smash and grabs between Tennessee and Arkansas amounting to $1.5 million in losses. If you enjoyed this video and want to see another just like it, be sure to click the link on screen now. As always, thanks for watching and be sure to tune in next time.